Manufacturers from across Nigeria gather at the banquet hall of the State House, Abuja, for a 3-day summit which has Vice President Kashim Shettima in attendance. The manufacturing sector in Nigeria is challenged. A review of the performance of the sector by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria shows that capacity utilization in the sector in the first half of 2023 year-on-year declined to 56.5% from 57.9% recorded in the corresponding half of 2022. According to the report, employment generation in the manufacturing sector also declined to 6,428 in the first half of 2023 from 9,559 in the first half of 2022, indicating a 32.8% reduction in jobs generated by the sector. Over 1,380 jobs were lost in the chemical and pharmaceuticals alone, followed by the textile, apparel and footwear industry, with over 400 job losses in the first half of 2023. This is further compounded by the exit of investors from the country.
Not less than 67 members of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria closed operations between 2019 and 2023. Alongside moribund ones, totaling a height of 335 members' companies.
In a keynote address, President of the Dangote Industries Limited, Mr. Aliko Dangote, calls for a review of some government policies.
We must rethink our industrialization policy. We must look to leading countries in the West and the East who are actively protecting their domestic industries. We must similarly enact policies to protect our domestic industries and nurture them into homegrown champions that will create jobs and prosperity we desperately need.
Alongside the former Minister of Finance, Mr. Olusegun Aganga, Mr. Dangote suggests solutions including the issue of interest rate by the central bank.
If interest rate is 30%, there won't be any job creation because we are actually stifling growth. So interest rate can remain 30, but then no growth will happen unless that interest rate goes down.
Industrial development is not by accident. It is not by luck. It is a nation's choice. You must choose to do it. And when you choose to do it, you must therefore have an intentional, precise, and intense approach to nurturing and expanding manufacturing activities.
Vice President Kashim Shettima represented President Bola Tinubu at the summit, and he acknowledges the challenges faced by the manufacturers. However, he reaffirms the government's commitment to grow the country's economy.
All hands are on deck to bring down the current cost of doing business and provide incentives for manufacturing development. I am aware of the significant tax-related burden on the sector, which has regularly been highlighted among the major concerns by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. The issue is being addressed to enhance manufacturing development. The Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform is specifically addressing this matter, and we have entered the implementation stage of the reform.
Highlights of the event is the presentation of awards to outstanding industry players, as well as President Bola Tinubu. While Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured the participants at this summit of the current administration's commitment to providing enabling environment for them to thrive, stakeholders here say there has to be a concerted and a practical effort by declaring the manufacturing sector a priority sector. From the banquet hall of the State House, Abuja, Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.